Hey everyone, it's October 2nd, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with Austrian-American serial killer Frederick Mors, who murdered at least 8 victims in the early 1900s. And that is him right up there in a drawing, because newspapers didn't have a lot of photos back then. Born Karl Monarch in Vienna in 1889, he emigrated to America in 1914, getting hired on at the German Oddfellows home in New York, a home for 250 orphans and 100 elderly patients who spoke German. He adopted the name Frederick Mors when he got to the United States and wore a white lab coat and insisted that patients call him Herr Doktor. He later said, "I was not on good terms with my family and I wanted to start my own life under a new name. The name Mors suggested itself to me. It is an international name. It also means death or dead. I wanted my past to be dead." Elderly patients were frightened of him, and as he worked at the home, several of them died. This wasn't an unusual occurrence at the home, so nothing much was thought of it until February of 1915, when Mors went to the office of the district attorney to confess to 8 murders, which weren't even being investigated. He put on his best clothes, including a feathered alpine cap, and approached the desk, telling the attendant that he was there to confess to killing 8 superannuated octogenarians, who he killed in order to make room for more patients to move in, stating, "When you give an old person chloroform, it's like putting a baby to sleep." The authorities called the home, who confirmed that the 8 victims had died there, and he was arrested. While incarcerated and awaiting trial, however, he changed his story and said that he was forced to kill them by management, who said the patients were a lot of trouble and no good anyhow. The superintendent and 3 other employees were put behind bars as material witnesses, and investigators believe that Mors did in fact kill the patients with chloroform and arsenic as he claimed. Other employees were called, having been sent out to purchase chloroform by Mors, and others at the facility suspected him of rigging the scaffolding being used by a painter that collapsed, sending him to his death. He was analyzed by a psychiatrist and found to be not well mentally, and was sent to the Hudson River State Hospital for the insane. His coworkers were released as investigations showed they had no part in his murder spree. Mors was scheduled to be deported back to Austria in 1916, but a week before the date came, he escaped from the hospital and disappeared. While he was never recaptured, a skeleton found in Connecticut a few years later was identified as his remains, but some, including me, remain skeptical of the forensics of 1923. His body count is confirmed to be at least 8, but there were 17 suspicious deaths that took place at the home while Mors worked there, and we'll never know who else he may have victimized. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Frederick Mors, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.